Sup folders, so in today's video I'm going to be ranking the Spider-Man movies, villains, and folding suits. Maybe we'll get to the actors and maybe the love interests. I don't know, we'll have to folding see. I hope you guys enjoy this video. After you watch this video, get the fold off social media. I don't even know why you're watching this video unless you got a notification. Then that's fine. Leaks are coming out and people have already seen the movie and they're letting people comment and talk about the movie. Like, that's so stupid. 2 days before the movie comes out to everyone and they're just gonna be like, this is alright, you're good, or whatever. I don't fold. I need to sit down. I don't know why I'm doing this. But no, seriously. Get the fold off. Watch this video. Get the fold off social media. But I hope you guys enjoy. And there's going to be some hot takes. I'm not going to lie to you. There's some hot takes. Alright? So hopefully you guys enjoy. As always, there's folding hot takes. I'm not going to even act like... my whole folding thing is just hot takes. One after the other. Just watch any of my other folding ranking videos. There's a folding playlist if you want to go check that out. Hopefully you guys enjoy. If you do enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Marvel content in the future. Spider-Man, whatever. Hawkeye, episode tomorrow. Watch that. Really good show. But I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Let's get right into the folding ranking. Alright, so we are going to first do the Spider-Man movie ranking, and then we'll hop into the other ones, but I want to get this done first. We are not doing Venom. That's not fair. Venom's not really a Spider-Man movie. There's nothing Spider-Man related except for he is associated with Spider-Man in the comics, but not in this. So I'm not going to count it as a Spider-Man movie. First, we are starting with Far From Home. Good try. Good folding try at a movie. I see what you're doing, and I liked the attempt. There was a lot of moments in the movie that I liked. There was. Mysterio was not my favorite villain. He was alright. He was good. The fact that he didn't actually use illusions and he used tech and Stark tech, I didn't love. People get too picky with the Stark tech claim, like, oh, Spider-Man should just use his own stuff and what. Shut the fuck up. You are honestly so annoying with that. I'll get more into that as we move on, but that's not the reason why I don't like it. Also, Mysterio just... I knew he was a villain before he even came out, so it wasn't that crazy, and I feel like the whole movie was depending on that reveal. And it was alright. I don't love it. There were some parts that were great, and that's with all these movies. There's folding great parts to all of them, but that doesn't mean they're going to be good. That claim might be different for some movies. Speaking of a movie, that's not that folding great, but there's a lot of great moments. Spider-Man 3. Going to messy tier. It's going to messy tier because it's a folding mess. It tries to deal with 3 storylines of villains, and then all the other storylines it tries to deal with, and it's chaotic, to say the least. I feel like Sandman would have been a good movie on its own. Green Goblin with Harry. I'll get more into why I love Harry more in these folding movies. Harry is so good in these, in the Tobey Maguire movies. Oh my gosh, I love his character. That's why I'm glad they built the story arc, and now he's a villain. I think that was dope. Let's go back to Sandman. Oh my gosh, he's so good. I'll get back to that when we do the villain ranking in just a second. But then we have Venom. Weird. Cool concept. I think it looks dope. The moments that it created, the folding dance to go, oh, you know what I'm saying? So, I think there was a lot of good parts in the story, but to mash it all together did not work. And that's kind of what I'm scared for No Way Home, but, you know. Then, we have The Amazing Spider-Man 1. Nice movie. Solid. Very solid. Lizard, solid. Andrew's origin story, solid. Just a solid Spider-Man movie. When you think Spider-Man, there you go. The only parts I'm like, was him, like, hunting down the killer of Uncle Ben. Toby did that, but it wasn't, like, it felt, like, mindless. And then it, like, I don't know. It was, like, it jumped to it, and then it jumped away. And it felt like he got distracted from it, and I was like, oh. And he seems so cocky in the beginning, which is a good folding trait for beginning of Spider-Man, so that can get shot down, a characteristic someone like Tony Stark has, or at least had, and they got folding shot down, which is folding great, because that's what you should do when you have a cocky character. Captain Marvel. Sorry. Sorry, my bad. Oh, I don't know what... hopefully I don't got COVID. Couldn't see Spider-Man. Oh my... Jeez, dude. I don't know what that was. Sorry, guys. You know, overall, just a solid Spider-Man movie. This one, see, this is where it gets hot takey. The next two, I'll tell you the next two, is Homecoming and the original Spider-Man. I'm gonna put Homecoming here. Okay, that's what that tier is if you can't read it. Come on, you know me. Okay, solid. Folding, love Vulture. Oh my gosh, dude. What a folding villain, dude. Simplistic, grounded, but not too grounded where it's like, oh, okay, he's just a guy, he just wants power. He wants to support his folding family, but he does it in crazy ways because that's just how his mind goes. He folding finds this tech and he's like, why can't we use it too? Which is very interesting. And then the reveal, the twist that he is Liz's dad. Oh my gosh. And I love how Tom expresses that awkwardness and goofiness of Peter Parker, and he's just like, and not goofy. I don't know. Awkward and like shyness, I guess. I don't know. Like, you can see the panic in his folding eyes. That's folding Vulture. He knows that, and that's folding terrifying. So yeah, not the folding best for Peter. Not having a great night. Folding, he finds out the one of the coolest scenes in that movie is when the light shines green on Michael Keaton's face when he's like Spider-Man, and I was like, oh,
good old Spider-Man.
He's folding scary. Michael Keaton's scary when he needs to be. That folded dude's that guy's terrifying. I think this movie does such a good job with building the origin story of Spider-Man, and I like it's not like straight off. You have to see his powers again. You have to see Uncle Ben get folding. You know, I can't watch that dude die over and over. I can't do it. And I love the scene where he folding lifts a whole folding building off his back. That's folding dope. He doesn't kill Vulture. He saves him out of the fire, even though he's trying to fold and kill him. That's dope. It's really good. It's a really good movie. If you don't see it, good for you. Whatever. Go folding watch the movie. He's not Iron Man Jr. Obviously, he's going to take inspiration from folding one of the smartest people in the galaxy. In the whole folding universe. You know. But, you know, yeah. Hey, man. What do I know? Yeah, I get some people think he's a little bit too cringy and a little bit, alright. But I really like him. Let's go on to Spider-Man. Obviously, I think I should be putting it over. Action scenes, folding dope. The build of Green Goblin, folding dope. He is folding terrifying. William Dafoe is the most menacing Spider-Man villain. Holy fault, that dude's scary. That's what I think William Dafoe and Michael Keaton get really good, is the menacing villains of Peter Parker. He's scary. He's a scary guy. He's just a professional business science dude. I don't know, why can't I think of a line? I literally just watched a movie. I'm somewhat of a scientist myself. That's the line. I got it. I'm so good. Folding something, not somewhat. What a folding idiot. We see folding Uncle Ben die because of Peter Parker's recklessness, and that is the perfect representation of how an origin story of Spider-Man should go. It just feels picture perfect. Like, you cannot get better than that. And the ending where Goblin kills himself with his own glider, and then over these movies, the reason why I like Harry so much is that he has this hatred for Spider-Man ever since him and his dad fought, and he thinks that Spider-Man just folded and killed his dad. So he has this vengeance. Finally, when he folding sees that Peter is folding Spider-Man, that's folding crazy. The only problem I think I have is the relationship with MJ and Peter. She is such a folder. She fell for Spider-Man. She did not fall for Peter. Fold off. Oh my gosh. She gets on my folding nerves. I like that it can't just be plain and simple. The relationship just can't just work. And that's cool to watch. Even though folding sucks. It shows that Peter can't just get what he wants. That's all this has been about. That's what folding wants. That's what Pete wants. Is just MJ, just to live a normal life with MJ, but he knows he has to be Spider-Man, and that folding sucks. The ending is folding horrible. He has to be like, I can't folding be there for you, and that folding, oh my gosh, dude, it's heartbreaking. But then, let's go to a movie. It's not even a Spider-Man movie. It is a folding, beautiful, romantic movie, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It is the story of Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker. Holy fudge, the relationship is so folding amazing. You can't get better. They're perfect. They're perfect for each other. They're a mess. They're back together. Oh my gosh. And you're my path. You're my path. Really? Bro.
You're wrong about us being on different paths. We're not on different paths. You're my path. And you're always gonna be my path.
Bro, really? Oh my gosh. How are you gonna say that? Like, oh, you're my path? Man. Alright, let's talk about all the bad stuff. No, I don't want to say I hate. Everyone hates this movie. Bald off. Because when I watch this movie, it gets me excited. It's gets me sad. It's a roller coaster of emotions. And I feel like when I'm watching a movie, that's what I want. I want to be through a roller coaster of emotions, especially with a character like Spider-Man. But the relationship between Gwen and Peter is just so folding beautiful. They're meant for each other, but they cannot be. And that is so sad. And the guilt of The Amazing Spider-Man 1, where he let her folding dad die. And he just... It's so sad to watch. It's so sad. And the clock tower, bro. Like, man, bro. That's fault. Back to Harry. Sorry, I got sidetracked with the relationship. It's so good. Fault off if you don't like this movie. When he turns into Goblin, very folding creepy. I'll tell you that. Very creepy. I don't know if I like it or if I hate it, to be honest with you. But yeah. And then let's dive into Electro. Even Jamie Foxx is weirded out that he's blue. I don't mind the blue. I don't mind the blue. I do think the yellow lightning and just the normal clothes for Electro works way better. He's also folding. He's got the haircut now. He's looking clean. I'll tell you that. Holy folds, he looked goofy as fault in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I think that's why I liked him. I think that's why I liked him in that movie, because he was so goofy and he felt like it was him against the world, and everyone's done him wrong. And some people aren't gonna like that. Some people are like, oh, that's boring. Like, oh, like, dude, that's weird. He thinks he's against the world. And it's sad. It's sad. Again, it's folding sad to watch someone go through that. It's like, what the fuck? Even in the scene where he's fighting Spider-Man, they pan off of him and go to Spider-Man, and that infuels his folding rage. The situation might have escalated, but then the cameras all switch to Spider-Man, and he's like, fold, you guys, and then he goes folding crazy. Also, his folding theme is amazing, dude. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And then I like how he teases him with the itsy bitsy spider song. That's how you say it. And I like how Peter counters that with his battery making and magnetism thing that he does with his webs. Like, that's so cool to watch, and I love how you can see how techie Peter really is. Also, something I didn't really like in the first Tobey Maguire, he just made a suit, and it's just there, and it's like, oh, I would have liked to see him make it, and like how smart he is, you know? Like, they explore smartness by just like the words he says, not like actually like showing anything other than him answering questions in class, which is like, and I like that you see that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is building a suit from his own tech, and he builds in some of Oscorp's tech into it, and that's why I don't mind the Stark tech with Spider-Man. I get excited to watch this movie every single time, and I will not stand here and sit and just take the slander and put it down here because it's so bad. No, I'm not going to take it. Fold off. If you don't like it, either click off this video, or you can fold and comment, oh, you're so... We'll go back and forth, alright? We'll have fun with that. But yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next movie because I don't know what the fold I'm doing. Spider-Man 2. Oh, what? What? I could. Should I just put it there? Just to like elevate it? I'm just gonna elevate it. Wow. There's just a lot. Doc Ock. Folding amazing. Harry finding out Peter is Spider-Man and he killed his father. Amazing. Doc Ock is just such a good villain. He's just a solid everywhere. You see Rosie Folding dies in the beginning and he's all forged these... It's a horror movie. Can we talk about that? It is a horror movie. Oh my gosh, dude. The tentacles are dope. Everything just looks great. And I love the back and forth between them. Aunt May Folding attacking Doc Ock after the bank scene. And just the back and forth. It's just like that's just Spider-Man, dude. That is the definition of Spider-Man, and that's why it is an amazing tier. And then finally, Into the Spider-Verse. If you have not seen this movie, go Folding watch it. Please go and watch it. Holy Fold, it's so good. I don't care it's animated. Shut the fold up. Shut up. Also, Miles, Folding dupe. This movie brings together parts of the emotion that the Amazing Spider-Mans bring and parts of the awesomeness of the fight scenes and the iconicness of Spider-Man, and it Folding crashes them together into one Folding beautiful movie. Oh my gosh, this is the definition of amazing. You get funny characters, you get Folding emotional characters, you get backstabs, you get broken characters. We see a Folding Spider-Man die in like the first 20 minutes. I don't know how far into the movie. In the beginning of the movie. What the fuck? Also, the Sinister Six is Folding dope. The Green Goblin looks way what? He's Folding huge. And he's really like a goblin, which I think is dope. Doc Ock, played by Catherine Hahn. Oh, I'm so smart. So smart. Also played Agatha, if you don't know, from WandaVision. She's cool as fault. She is menacing and funny, and she's witty. I don't know. I like the way she plays that character. And then Kingpin. Oh my gosh, I love how big he is in that movie. That is he's just comically large. He is Folding. No one's that big. No one can be that physically big. He just wants to get his family back. Thing is, it's so sad. He sees them at the end of the movie when the portal's going off, and he sees them, but he can't get them. So he blames that on Miles, that he can't get to see them one more time, and to be with them and to talk with them one more time. Miles' bond with his family and his friends and with everyone, and him just trying to find himself in this movie is so amazing. He goes from this kid who just doesn't know what he's doing with his life. He doesn't know if he's going to be a disappointment or a Folding amazing person. He has these goals. He is a Folding great painter, a great spray paint artist, graffiti artist, and he does that with his Uncle Aaron. Oh my gosh, Folding Uncle Aaron is Prowler. Wow. Folding crazy twist. And you can see the horror in his eyes, and I think that's why animation for this movie works, because they're able to express insane emotions like a comic book would, but it's not oh, it's a picture and it's a picture and it's a picture. It expresses the emotions of the characters really well, and I like the art style. It looks really nice, and I love that his dad telling him he's so proud of him, and he knows what he's going through, and he wants the best for him, and that's what motivates him to become Spider-Man. And it's just so good, dude. And he does a great job of bringing that awkwardness from someone like Folding Tobey Maguire. I love that's an aspect of Tobey Maguire. I love the awkwardness, and then it brings Andrew's Folding epicness together again. Oh my gosh, dude, it's so good. And let's get on. If you don't agree with my list, let me say this first time. Fold you! Harry, not good. Eddie Brock, not good. I don't know which one I put over the other one. They're not good characters. They're not developed well. Alright, I'm only doing this because of how the twist was so fucking predictable. And he doesn't use actual illusions. He uses Stark's folding drones, and it's he's not even there half the time, and it's just like, what the fudge, dude. I think Jake Gyllenhaal plays him good, but just like the whole like concept of him should be good, but it just wasn't. And then we have Rhino. Didn't get enough screen time. I like his little goofiness of him, but he just didn't have enough screen time, and he wasn't like insanely cool. It was just like, okay, you're there. Cool ending scene for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Some people don't like that it ended with him fighting, but I think that's one of the cooler scenes in the movie. When you have that kid that stands up to Rhino, and then you see Spider-Man swing in. I think that's dope. And I think that was a good way to end the movie. We could have just ended with the sad speech with Gwen, but I think there needed to be some like after you have that speech, something to show for it. I think it was cool that Gwen drove him back to being Spider-Man with her speech, and it's kind of her last message to him without her actually being there, and I think that's amazing. So, still, Rhino sucks, but I like the message behind that scene. Okay, we're gonna give to Lizard. He's solid. He's a solid villain. He isn't great. He isn't bad. Solid. And then we're gonna go Electro. Better than Lizard. I do like his little goofiness that he has, and that he thinks the world did him wrong, and he needs this attention and all this, and you feel bad for the guy though. He expresses that as the main reason, but it's also because he didn't get recognition, and he is awkward and he is weird, but that doesn't mean he should be alone on his birthday and people should be jerked to him. You know, you shouldn't be jerked to people that just because they're weird. And I'm not just saying that just because I'm weird. I mean that's kind of false. But you know, yeah, maybe I am saying it because I'm weird, but you know, that's not the folding point. The point is, Electro isn't horrible. He's just alright. And then we go Catherine Hahn into the Spider-Verse, Dr. Octavius. I like her folding character. I think she does a folding good job of being, she's like interested in the multiverse, and she's like, oh, this is really cool because she's a scientist. Of course she's gonna think that's dope. She makes these cool looking liquidy arms, like an octopus. They look like octopus arms. So it works, and it looks folding sick, and her whole design looks dope. And I think her voice matches up really well with the animation. It just feels like she's like, oh, like Peppy, like, oh, hey, but I also want to kill you, you know? That. And I think that's why they used her for Agatha Harkness. She does a really good job of being like peppy and then being like, I'm gonna fold and kill you, I'm gonna take your powers, you know? It's dope. She does a really good job with that. I'm so glad they used her again for WandaVision, and they used her for this. Fantastic. Well, let's move on to Kingpin. Holy fold. Amazing. Folding menacing as fold. I like how he's that big. He takes up the whole folding square on his folding display image. That's folding funny, but also scary as fold the scale. If you saw this fold in real life, and if he was that folding big, oh my gosh. Terrifying. Anger and the folding. He's angry the whole time. He's angry, and you're like, why does he want to get to the multiverse so bad? And why does he want to fold and mess everything up? Because he wants to see his daughter and his wife again. And when he does at the very end, and then that goes, and then they go away before he can talk to them and just be with them again, Miles, he associates that mess up with Miles and not himself. And it's so sad to watch. He was so happy, and he was like, oh, my wife, I forget his wife's name, but he like reaches out for her, and then he isn't able to talk to her, and it's so fucking sad, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's so great. Great villain. The anger, the sadness, Amazing. And then we move on to Vulture. Oh my gosh, what a folding villain. I talked about him before in this video. He's just so dope. The tech that he uses is folding tech from all sorts of folding places. The Battle of New York and just Stark tech and all sorts of different folding tech. I love that he's got that alien tech and he's like all this and all that, but he's still grounded. I love that about Vulture. And they do a great job of showing how grounded he is by making him the dad of Liz, and he just wants to support his family. There's no deeper reason why this. It's not just because he wants power. He wants to support his family. And that shows that not every villain is a villain just to be a villain. And then we're going to move on to Green Goblin. Norman Osborn, William Dafoe as Green Goblin. Folding, terrifying, dude. He plays this good, like, fatherly figure. He's like a scientist, dude, and he's like this and that. But then he gets betrayed, and he takes the serum. He's like, I need to, like, save my company. And then he turns into Goblin, and he's folding, terrifying. A little bit goofy sometimes, but I think that's another cool part of Goblin. But he does such a good job of being someone so close to Peter, and then becoming this terrifying, menacing villain. And then we move on to Doc Ock. The only reason why he's not at the top is because I have a personal favorite, and I'm not gonna not put him at the top. Doc Ock, a great counter to Peter Parker. It's the movie. As I said before, it's just horror. It's a horror movie, dude. Scary as fault. Oh my gosh, dude, it's folding scary. The things he does with those folding arms, dude. But then we move on to my personal favorite, Sandman. Oh my gosh, it's so sad. He just wants to be with his daughter, and he folds up. And then the amazing thing is that in Spider-Man 3, Peter forgives him at the end because he didn't mean to, like, straight up just shoot Uncle Ben. And oh my gosh, it's so sad how he's just on the run just because he accidentally shot a guy. He didn't mean to. He knows he did a bad thing, and people shouldn't just be folding judge just because they did one folding bad thing. Yes, obviously he should be folding in jail, but he should be able to see his daughter. You know, oh man. And the thing is that after he becomes Sandman, he doesn't know what's happening. And he's trying to, like, regain, like, his form, and he's trying to, like, stand up, but he can't. And then he sees his little, like, necklace thing or whatever with Penny's picture in it, and that's what, like, strives him to get up and, like, stand up and come back into, like, his form. And it's just so sad, the balance between him wanting to see Penny again, but also him feeling bad and understanding why Peter hates him so much for killing Uncle Ben, because he also feels that guilt. But he knows that he doesn't deserve to be forgiven, but he just wants him to understand, and that's folding amazing, dude. I love that. Also, his folding big form is dope as fault, and I'm excited to see that in No Way Home. I'm excited to see all these folders in No Way Home. Oh my gosh, let's go! But let's move on to the Spider-Man suits. Alright, this is just straight up look, so I'm just gonna let you look at this, and I'll just talk about it. The bottom tier is just a disguise. That's basically all it is. The folding Andrew one looks folding awful. It's literally just a red mask and just some glasses, some beanie, and a folding jacket. It looks stupid. At least Toby is trying to make, like, a uniform toward, like, type of thing. Sure, it's kind of cool, but you know, it's not a suit. The homemade suit for Tom is actually a suit, and it kind of looks cool. That looks like someone, like, DIY'd their folding suit, and they wanted to folding be a superhero. There you go. Obviously, people are really good at cosplay now, so a lot of people would probably do better than that. But, you know, it's, like, actually accurate. His eyes move. You know, it's cool. The black the night monkey suit, it's just not it. It just looks, like, padded, and it's got the goggles that look like this. It just doesn't look good. Andrew Garfield suit, The Amazing Spider-Man 1, not great. The yellow eyes kind of throw me off. The lines kind of look like they're, like, jaggedy, and you can't really, like, see it that well. and it's so thin with the lines, and it's not defined enough for me, and it kind of looks weird. And then we move to the Tom tier. We have the Iron Spider suit. One second. And then we have the original Stark suit, which I think looks great. It looks great. I'm not a big fan of that really small logo. Not a big fan. It does look fine. It looks good. But I do kind of like there being a larger logo in the middle. But yeah, it's all right. But it just looks like that nice blue and that nice red, and the eyes of folding Tom's suit. That the fact that they move, or it's folding dope. The Iron Spider suit, not great. It's whatever. It looks nice. The metallic, this iron look, I guess, looks cool. It's not great though. Then move on to the black suit. The black suit, and the way they shoot the black suit looks folding great. Everything seemed like dimmed down, and the city at night kind of used to look like a little like reddish and like bright. They like toned down everything to match with the black suit to see like it like blends in, and it looks dope. It looks dope. There's no other folding way to say it. It looks sick. The eyes are dope. The straight up black is dope, with the black line still being defined, so you can see the like webbed things still being there. That's folding cool. Tom's folding other suit, the red and black, looks sick again with the eyes. The black with the contrast to the red also looks dope. The blue feels like he's a kid. The black feels like he's like a man. He's like, this is me now, And I like that he designed it like himself. Even though he used the Stark folding thing, oh look, he's using the Stark thing, so that means Stark made it. Shut the fuck up. Dang, dude, you guys are weird. At least he's folding creative suit, not folding. Look who's not creating a suit. Look how we like can't see it. Toby, where the fuck is his suit creation? Oh, I just drew this. Oh, it's magically on me. Shut the fuck up. Jeez, dude, you guys are weird. But it looks dope, so that's why it's in the insane tier. It looks red. The nice color red, the nice color blue, a little bit darker than Tom's blue, to emphasize that he's like a man, and it's not like a bright, like highlighter blue. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a nice blue, it's a nice red. I like the defined logo with that arms not being too long, but also not too short. And then the defined webs look amazing. I don't know the difference between these two, the two Tobey Maguire Spider-Man suits. They practically look the same, so I'm not going to rank them differently. They both look nice. And then my personal favorite, Andrew's. The big eyes look amazing. If those moved like Tom's, amazing. Perfect Spider-Man suit. The lines look great. The blue and the red also look fantastic. And the logo looks nice. The main thing is the eyes just look absolutely fantastic. On the Toby one, it's a little bit goofy, but it works. The one on Andrew Garfield's one looks folding amazing though. I think the last thing I'm gonna wrap up with is my ranking on the Spider-Man actors and their love interest, and I'm gonna do my outro. So let's get to that. All right, let's end it with this. We have not gotten a bad Spider-Man live-action animated. I don't know about all the animated TV shows. I haven't really straight up just watched them. But Miles Morales, the 3 Spider-Man live-action are folding amazing. We haven't had a bad one. Some might be better at some aspects than the other one. Who you guys are gonna be asking? Who is my personal favorite? I think the one I resonate and relate to the most is Andrew Garfield, and I just have such a respect and I'm just amazed by his way of acting and becoming Spider-Man. He has the goofiness and the little I love the remarks while he's fighting. He does that a little bit more than Toby, which is really good. Folding his relationship with Gwen. We'll get to relationships in a second. And he just does a folding so good job with that. Relationships, folding Gwen and Peter in the Amazing Spider-Mans are amazing. Mary Jane's folding Complicated as fold. And Michelle Jones, MJ from the Tom movies. I like it. I like Zendaya as folding MJ. She's shy, but she's also excited. And she, I don't know, she just has a good dynamic with Tom as Peter, and that's amazing. And it just, I don't know, it feels like it just works. It just works. There's something about it that just works. Probably because they're actually in a relationship in real life. That probably helps a little bit. But yeah, I love Spider-Man. I love these movies. And I'm excited for No Way Home. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me just folding ranting for this whole folding time. I hope you guys enjoy. And I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!